Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome to another challenge. Today we got yet another new challenge here in the world of Splatoon 3. So it's time for us to embark into the world of Splatsville. I say as I'm in Goblet Square from Splatoon 2. Can't leave. Been my home for 5 years. Had to go back. So let's go ahead and make our way over to the lobby and start today's challenge. So today's challenge is full stream ahead. Stampede over your opponents with even faster rollers and brushes. This challenge is very reminiscent to a challenge I did a few months ago in Splatoon 3 called Art Battle for the Ages. That challenge had you playing with nothing but rollers and brushes, but that was in Clam Blitz. This time around, we're playing in Splat Zone, so the mode is different, but there's also another gimmick to the challenge. So let's read up more about the full stream ahead challenge here. Rollers and brushes move faster than ever. The ink race is on. Players can only choose different variations of the rollers or brushes. All players have greatly increased ink speed. Ink consumption while inking will also be greatly increased for all the players, and both primary and secondary abilities are enabled. So, this one, unlike Art Battle for the Ages where you just play a MO with different weapon types and that's all you're allowed, other than that, it's basically the same as always. This one has a big gimmick to it now where the rolling speed of your weapons will be increased. How much? We'll have to find out. Same for that said ink consumption. We're not exactly sure how much ink we lose until we start playing the challenge. So, we can't play with any old weapon type here. We can only play with the roller and brush class of weapons, which means in total here, depending on what weapons you have unlocked, so if we want to count the new Order replica weapons that you get from the Side Order DLC, we have ourselves a total here of the first page, which is 12 weapons, and you got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 weapons in total. Without the Order weapons, there's a total of 16 different rollers and brushes to use. So, for this one, I already have a set of weapons picked out via some freshest fits. So, we're going to start things out by playing with the Order Roller Replica, as I'm fresh off the heels of unlocking this from the Side Order DLC. So, let's get things started. This is my loadout. I'm going to have Last Ditch Effort, as that's really good for spot zones. I'm going to have some quick respawn. You'll see why I'll need that when the game mode starts. And some good old stealth jump, just in case I need to get back in the mode quick. So, let's go ahead and begin. This is good. Let's jump in. So, as normal, we're going to play our 5 games, see where we stack up by the end, and then I will be playing a little more of this after the video is done to see where I stack up the whole 2-hour rotation. But this mode, as I said before, it's similar to another challenge we found in the past, although now it's a different game mode. But I think this gimmick really sets this one apart. I really enjoyed my time playing this. I actually got to stream this when it first started, actually last night at the time of recording this, over on my Twitch channel. So I already got a feel for how the challenge plays. So without any further ado, let's jump into an all-roller game and see that speed difference. Look at how fast we all move. This is insane. It already begins. So, this is like if you stat the whole bunch of run speed up in your weapon, but run speed doesn't work at all on the roller class for moving around. Instead, it just does nothing unless you're not using your said weapon. So this is a what-if scenario if you actually got to use run speed on your said weapon. It is amazing of how fast this is. But sometimes you still want to play things normally, as weird as that sounds, because of just how fast-paced this mode is. But this is such a stupidly fun idea. I love the idea of just running around at mock speed with the roll. No matter how much swing speed you put on your gear, too, you're not going to move as fast with that as you would just rolling around this challenge. It's comical. In fact, you're seeing it when I have the Tacticooler active. You're not really moving that fast with Tacticooler compared to rolling around at top speed. It is actually insane on the speed you get. So, this is going to be a very back and forth. You're going to see a lot of people roll each other over just because of how fast you move. In a case of a dynamo like this, their slow speed will come into play for us. So, we're going to take advantage of that. But we have to be careful because we do use a lot more ink now. I don't know how much exactly we use. It feels like about 20% more ink consumption when you're rolling around. I can't exactly say for sure that's correct. That's what it feels like to me. But you are using more ink than you normally would by rolling around now. It's a lot more at that. So it is something you have to be very mindful of, because this is going to be a thing you're going to be experiencing a lot. Rolling around, running out of ink. Also running into other opponents, that'll happen a lot. Let's jump back in, being very careful where we jump, because at a moment's notice, someone can be right where we jump because of how fast you move in this. How did I not die in that encounter? We both did the same thing, and both hit each other basically at the same time, but yet I lived. Oh, thank you, screen. But unfortunately, couldn't save me from the other guy. The flings that got me. This mode is so goofy. Like, I don't really see much about this when it comes to a competitive style, because you're running at Mach speed. What's competitive about this? Like, think about it. It's really not, but it's so fun. And these are the kind of challenges I live for, because stupid stuff like this is what I like. And this is why I have the quick respawn on, because we're dying all the time here. We're seeing it's activating a lot. Having a tactical weapon here is really helpful. Unfortunately, the only one we really have access to is Dynamo Roller, and that takes a while to get its set special. And then this weapon here, normally Big Bubble on the Splat Roller is really good for it, but in this case, it's not that useful because everyone just rolls around at Mach speed. They'll just roll into your bubble. So, some specials are much better than others in the set mode now, and other weapons are going to be better than others too. I do feel that the rollers specifically, especially when you consider the ones that do the one-shot when running over someone, are the best for this. The Splat Roller, Flings the Roller, and Dynamo are the big ones. But you guys are going to get an extra game out of this from the looks of things, because someone disconnected on our side. So, unfortunately, that means that we're going to probably lose this here in a knockout in a minute. Oh, definitely now when we got the wipe. But someone DC'd near the end. Not sure if that was an internet problem or someone just getting upset. But how can you get upset playing this one? The whole time I have this like giant smile on my face because it's so stupid. Look, this mode is nothing but dumb. You can't take this one seriously. It's so goofy with how fast you move, and I love it for that. But the thing is with this mode, you gotta be careful about the weapon you're using when it comes to rolling someone over, because not all weapons will one-shot someone. In fact, it's only the Splat Roller, the Flings Roller, and Dynamo Roller that can one-shot someone by rolling them over. All the other weapons will take more than one hit to kill someone. So you have to be very careful of that said factor. And to show that, we're going to our next weapon here, the Octobrush Replica here. So, Octobrush Replica specifically, this one, we're not going to be able to roll someone over that easily. But we can still do some chip damage. And as to show why this is like a crucial thing for certain weapons, 25, 50, 75, 100. It takes 4 bumps, so sometimes I might want to roll around just to get up close and then attack them normally with the weapon. So there's some cases where you want to play this mode normally. It's a weird concept, but sometimes that is the better idea. But for movement-wise, you don't really need to worry too much about run speed in this mode, swim speed. None of that really will help here because of just how much extra speed you get when rolling around. You're better off investing more into ink saving stuff. So ink saver main, maybe ink recovery, last ditch effort, and comeback for those same kind of perks included in those abilities. So you're better off using those said abilities on your gear this time around, because we're going to be using a lot of ink. In fact, I do see one of the rollers having last ditch, so they have the right idea. Oh boy, yes, I'm out of ink and I have 2 people doing circles around me. I can't do anything about that. Alright, let's jump back in. A wipe in the beginning like this literally doesn't matter, because it's just the beginning of the game. In fact, they didn't even get zones when we were gone, which is surprising. It's like, as fast as I can paint the area, they're running back and forth back over the zone. So as soon as I paint it, it's back in the blue color. Like, watching people on an overhead like this, it's like watching ants scurrying around the backyard. It's insanely fast. So, I think I can get back to mid safely. This guy's on a ledge. I'm just gonna paint here, just trying to get the zone real quick. Do the same over here. Okay, I gotta get out of here, because that's a really bad spot to stay stuck in. Alright, I got 2 of them, that's good. In fact, I'm actually surprised I was able to get the Dynamo before he came down and killed me. That was very surprising. Jump back in. Oh, I actually got one. I'm shocked. I thought I only did 3 paint's worth of damage. So I thought the guy might have been like 20 points away from death, but surprisingly, no. I got the last hit in. Nice. Gotta throw a bomb. Keep on inking here. And remember, I do have a little bit of some buffs when I come back, because I do have comeback this time enabled. So comeback here is going to help a lot. 20 seconds, I have like a bunch of extra perks here. Now I'm going to use my special and immediately die for it. Never mind. That was a great use of the zip cast. Unfortunate. Got someone in their base area. Couldn't really stay there for long. Get you out of here. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. See, the problem in this mode when you're out of ink is that if someone's near you, they can just paint around your feet in lightning speed. So in that case, I literally couldn't do anything. I had no ink and I couldn't recover because my feet had enemy ink on it. It's actually comical how fast that happens. At least I got 2. Unfortunately, they got the zone back immediately. But that's the nature of just how fast you move here. You really don't want to stay still in this mode. I really do feel like brushes are interesting for this mode, but this is a very roller-heavy mode. Rollers just have the easier time here because of how good they are when it comes to coverage. And also damage. Especially damage. Oh, you got away. Okay, where'd you go? There you are. Okay, he's jumping. Okay, just a bunch of events just happened there. I'm gonna just stay up here because I'm not gonna even chance that. If I go down below, I'm probably dead. So, stay on the sign. My team didn't get the zone. Are you serious? They ran by it, but they didn't get like the last pixel. Our zone. Our zone. Just keep on painting over it. That's all I can do. I can literally just keep the zones covered. Now throw the suction bomb. Just kind of pressure at this point. I mean, there's not much I can really do right now. I feel like I'm best off just kind of chilling over here and keeping things painted. And then when I want to approach, wait until I have Zipcaster and use that. Keep on painting. See, now we got lead. I thought I heard someone. And I was correct. Get him out of here. Oh no! There's like 2 of them stay roll! That just normally is not a problem when you see 2 guys rolling at you, because that'll take like maybe about 5 or so seconds. Enough time to react. But in this case, there's no time to react. You see someone coming, you're basically dead, because they're right onto you immediately. It's so goofy just how fast we're moving here. It's insane. Okay, the dynamo's down. Just gotta be very careful. So at least I help with the assist. If my team can take the zones, that'd be good. Okay, this guy's just trying to ring around the Rosie effect here. Probably not the best idea, as we just saw. I just gotta paint at this point. Just paint. I heard someone get hit. I'm going over here. If I can at least do this. Yeah, there you go. I'm just taking the zone. Look at how fast I got it back. It's like instantaneous. I worked so hard to paint that. Someone just ran by. There you go, painted. That's how fast this goes. It's insane. We need this in overtime now, and I don't think we'll have the chance. Like, it's literally going to come down to the wire, but we just don't have the time. And it's so goofy. I had that zone contested. I was chilling up there, working my heart out, and all it took was someone just running. That's how this mode goes. It's so goofy. You don't even need to really try to paint a zone in this one, because you could just zip over it at lightning speeds with your roller or brush, and now it's covered. It is insane of how fast you move, and just how effective that really is. Which normally rolling around all the time is not that great to do, because it keeps you vulnerable. You don't really move that fast, contrary to popular belief in this challenge. But here, it's so beneficial to keep on doing that. It is insane. But that's all with the order weapons for now. Let's actually go ahead and play the Carbon Roller, as Carbon Roller here is one of the fastest moving things in the game as well. So I'm definitely going to want to use this and see how this works. But I'm also repping my Splatfest tee, as I'm done kind of repping out my side order stuff, which if you haven't seen that yet, you can check out the Twitch streams. We've been streaming that. At this point, we might actually be done. I'm not 100% sure yet, but the VODs are still going out over on the VOD channel for that said stream series. But working my way through that said DLC. But this one, you want to hear this announcement, because this one's going to be more relevant, as today I'll be making the video live for it. so you can put your reminders out. But this weekend here, we got a new Splatfest coming. Which instrument would you like to play? The drums, guitar, or keyboard? I'm on Team Guitar for this one, so you can see my shirt. And I will be streaming this event, both on my Twitch channel like always, but also here on YouTube. Just like with BidRun, we're doing another YouTube stream here, so that'll be this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be making the video live later today here on YouTube. If you're watching this today, this goes up. That'll be showing up later today in your sub boxes. That way you can go ahead and notify yourself when the stream goes live. Just get those notifications set up now. I like to make those streams scheduled on YouTube about a day or so before they actually start. That way it will show up in your feeds closer to the time the stream will start, but not exactly when the stream is, so you can actually give yourself a notification. So this weekend, on Saturday, we got another Splatfest, and this one I'm going to be doing a multi-stream yet again here on YouTube. My second YouTube stream in a very long time, so definitely make sure you put in that set notification and be there if you want to see some Splatfest action. But back to the game. Couldn't really get to my teammate in time because, yeah, this mode happened. I gotta be really careful in using this roller just because I can't use, like, the rolling ability as much here, because rolling around with this to someone is not gonna kill instantly. Carbon roller doesn't do that much damage. So I'm gonna have to rely on my flings more. Get up close to someone and then immediately fling. That is how I'm gonna actually kill people with this. Let's jump back in, being very careful in the process. Get out of here. There we go, we got the zone. Now we need the other one. Assist, that's good. Oh, I'm actually surprised I got him with the standard roll. Careful. Okay, good, that's a wipe, that's great. We just need the other zone. And there you go, we got it. At this point, I'm just gonna chill here, because then I can use the Trizuka. And I got one of them, nice. Gotcha, knew you were gonna come around the corner like that. Just gotta wait for it. Got him. Nice. That was a good assist. At this point, now I can just rush into their base. Nice. That's 2 wipeouts in a row. Like, instantly. That's actually really stupid on the timing. Waiting. I know you're there, and I know you want to jump down, but you can't. I won't let you. Oh man, I couldn't run away in time. But hey, we got the lead so far. That's the good thing. Even if they're pushing ahead now, we're gonna at least still have some kind of advantage here. So now we may have a penalty, but they have one they gotta work off too. Being very careful here, just to make sure we don't get immediately destroyed. Yeah, I got the dynamo, that's good. It really helps in this one. I mean, I'm already someone who is pro motion control in this game just because of how much better it makes your aim overall. But in this one, I really feel like you need to have motion control on. If not, a high sensitivity for your sticks if you play with stick control, because you're going around zipping back and forth all the time. You need to have high sensitivity in this in some fashion. You don't need high sensitivity to play with the motion control because of just how fast-paced motion can be. So it's better to use that, but if you're not able to play motion control, completely understand. This one you might need to jack up your stick sensitivity a bit because of how fast you're moving around. It's one of those kind of games where it's so twitchy. You're going to definitely want to have some kind of speed increase on your part. I should have just threw another burst. I think that would have been a better idea. Alright, we got the zone contested. See the other guy running back around trying to take it back. Now throw this. Get out of here. I don't see any more people around here, so that's good. You got that covered. Gonna paint. Gonna shoot this straight up. Someone a minute heart attack. Oh man, even though I can fling real fast, I didn't have enough time still. Hopefully I can get the roll, not the roll, but rush here in a minute, because he's really contesting. Like, we still got lead, but it's going to be very easy for that lead to shift. Got a shark here for a second. Okay, that's 2. Alright, I almost got a third. He's weak. Come on, get him, get him, get him. There you go. Now keep that contested. If we can keep the zone, we won't start in overtime, and our team will win. Nice trade, and nice victory. There you go. First actual win. I mean, that first game, I think we could have won if we didn't have a disconnect. Because honestly, if we pushed it, we might have been able to take it back in overtime. That's what happens when you have a DC at the end, especially if someone's doing that because they're just getting a little sour at that point, rage quitting. Never rage quit. You never know how the game's going to go later. You can turn the tides at any moment. They'll stick around. You never know. But there you go, another game done. It's game number 3. Although it's game number 2 in the calculations, because we had a full game play out with a disconnect, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and swap around now to our next build. So 4th build on my list is going to be the ink brush. I'm going to specifically use the ink brush Nouveau, because I want Ultra Stamp for this. We'll see why when we start playing the mode. Now, I might not need Last Ditch Effort because I have mines. We're going to rock it because I just like the Cap of Legends. I worked hard to get this dang hat. This cost 30 gold scales on my head. I deserve to wear it after that work. That took months. Months to get those scales. And there's still a lot more I need to get at Grisco. So, there's going to be a lot more months spent at Grisco Industries getting more gear. Alright, let's jump into our next game here. Back at Umani. We're really just not wanting to leave Umani. Rotom Roam. The ramen map is in this too. I would love to play that today. Like, come on. Just, as much as I like Umani for zones, I really like the ramen map. That is one of my favorites. Can we get that one, please? But look at how fast we move with the brush. It's actually comical. It's lightning fast. I can't really demonstrate it all that well right now because of the back and forth with the rollers here in mid. And I'm the only brush in the whole game, so this is going to be a really hard game for me specifically. I really wished I had another brush friend. Yeah, look at how fast I move. I'm like instantly on the other side. It's that comically fast. But I'm going to do my job here when it comes to the mines. This is why I want this kit specifically. I think mines are pretty helpful for splat zones, so I'm going to use those. Cover the area up. And anytime it tries to get contested, we can just get it right back. The only problem with ink brush is that it's not the most powerful thing. You got to get right up close to someone to actually do a lot of damage. I wasn't close enough there to get the full amount of damage out. Oh no, it's like I'm flinging as fast as I can, but this guy is moving at Sonic speeds. I can't help it. Okay, and that's why we have quick respawn on. We'll come back in about 3 seconds. Just gotta paint up here at this point, it'd be safe. Dude, I got hit by a stray missile. That wasn't even aimed at me. I thought he moved fast enough. The one time you thought you're fast and you're just not fast enough. That is ironic for this game mode. See if I can do this again. Of course I'm out of ink too. But there, we got it. So here's why I wanted to use Ultra Stamp. We get the speed increase specifically from just rolling around with rollers and brushes, but not with things like Kraken and Ultra Stamp. So keep that in mind when you're using weapons that have those set specials here, which is really just the Ink Brush Nouveau and Crack-On Roller for those 2 different weapons and 2 different specials, respectively. You gotta keep in mind that you won't get the speed increase using those specials. It's just rolling with the said weapon, nothing else. Yeah, I'm out of ink, but that's fine. I got the quick respawn, so we're coming right back because of Tacticooler. At this point, I'm just gonna help keep the zone contested. And I actually got a kill from that? Alright, sure. I'm just painting around, man. I'm not even thinking if I can kill someone with that or not. So there you go. Another win. Just a goofy one at that. But that's this mode. Goofy. Nothing about it you should take seriously. The whole mode is nothing but goof. So there's game number 3. A nice knockout too, so it was a pretty short game at that. So now we get to move on to game number 4, which is game number 5. My head, it's hurting. So for this game, I'm gonna be out of precious fits here in a minute because I only built 5, now I need 6. I love disconnects. My last precious fit I have prepared here is of the Dynamo Roller. And this one I have built out with comeback on because we got Sprinkler. Not going to be using it all too much, so I won't really need Last Ditch for this, but it has some special charge on it. And also, I think having comeback specifically is going to help on the ink consumption because we'll get some ink saving main with this. And I'm definitely going to want that. That's also why I have it as a main ability. Because, dear God. Look at how much I just used by a fling. If I can do that again. Yeah, it's a lot of ink. It's like maybe a 1/12 of my ink pack or something like that, just from a fling. So this roller is going to be very ink hungry, especially when moving around. Look at the ink pack on my back. Just what I have right now, I'm using a lot of ink. So if we're going to lose, say, about 20% more on average in this mode, I'm going to be out of ink very frequently here. Hey, the ramen map. I didn't know it existed until now, but we're finally here. Looks like we have 2 brushes on the other side and 1 on our side, so a little more diversified this time with the brushes. I'm gonna throw a sprinkler down just to have something. And now, let's go to mid. Yeah, that's about right. I'm a Dynamo. Unfortunately, Dynamo Roller in this is, even with the speed increase, still kind of slow. So it doesn't help as much as you would hope when it comes to rolling around. And everything else about it's still very slow too. So you might be playing as a Dynamo Roller more normal in comparison to doing the gimmick. It really will just kind of depend. Right now, I can probably just roll around a little bit. Yeah, I can get this brush. Okay, I'll ignore the brush. I can't get the brush. Oh, God. Didn't know he was coming. I really regret doing that vertical because of that. I was doing it to climb the wall. In hindsight, shouldn't even have done that for the wall. I'm going to throw my sprinkler down because I want to get some charge on my special. Get up on this side here. I'm just going to paint, so I'm going to play this normal. Got him. This is why I wanted to be on the ledge. I pushed down the said brush. This is fine because I had tactical alert, so I didn't mind taking that L. Right back in it. Position is just right. Right on the middle there. Perfect. That squint pupper is now going to be my paint source. Keeping them at ropes. That's good. Careful here. We got some missiles. Don't run out of here at top speed. Which is so goofy with this kind of weapon. It's so slow, and yet it's way faster to run normally. But man, we lost the lead, and we were at 1 point away from taking it too. That's really sad. Hey, at least I got the dynamo. Nice, I got the assist there. I'll do some verticals right now just to paint the area. Roads down here specifically. I don't want this to be in a bad spot. This is as good as I can make it. Gonna do the sprinkler thing again in case someone comes by. We're doing pretty good here. We got them in their base area right now, so this is good. Gonna do some more horizontals here. Brush got me, but this is fine because we took the lead, and that's what we wanted. Alright, I gotta get back to mid. See our brush standoff over here. This guy's gonna have a bad day. Yeah, it's like we're both thinking the same thing. I love that synergy. Hey, you gonna roll him over? No, I'm gonna roll him over. Let's roll over together. Friends. Come together with the roll challenges. So there's another win. Doing good now. We're picking up in the second half here, getting some good momentum in. And I feel really good with the Dynamo for this game. I think that we did a lot with Dynamo Roller here. But we got one more game in us. This should have been the last one, but no. No, we get that overtime game. We get one more. So now I'm going to change it up one more time. But in terms of what I want to use this time, I don't know. Kind of used all the weapons I want. Hey, I got a sticker for using the Dynamo. Neat. So, in terms of the other weapons, I'm going to go back to a thing that has this kind of set with quick respawn. Don't know if I'm going to keep the headpiece just yet. We'll see. But in terms of things, I want to use more rollers. I think I'm going to use the foil flings roller. As I notice, this is pretty good for this challenge due to the bomb. And as I mentioned before in the beginning of the video, using things like Splat Roller, Flings Roller, and Dynamo are really good for the roll effect because you do get a good amount of kills by just rolling people over with these weapons. And how fast-paced this game mode is, I think that is the ideal pick. Something that can kill fast. And we're back to Yamani. Alright, ramen doesn't really exist. You just had it as a snack. Now go back to the desert. Alright, so for final game, we're facing a 2020 team. I imagine our power has got to be kind of high-ish. Not around the 2000s. But probably close to it if we're fighting a 2020. Got a last ditch on their side, so they're going to definitely want to focus on some ink as well. Be careful here, because that guy had the high ground, so a little advantage. I'm just going to jump straight back in the mid. Got him with the fling. Let's get these zones painted. No one's gotten any points yet, though. I say that as someone's getting points. I love putting my foot right in my mouth. It's great. It's best probably just to swim back at this point. I'm going to throw down my own bomb so we can get some points special. At this point, focus more on the special here so that way we can die immediately. All right, I was going to say push our way in and didn't even have a chance. And no one's there. Problem, though, with this weapon is splatter color screen is not a great special. So even though it can be used in some fashion for strategical plays, good luck. The thing itself is just very situational. I got to get out of here, but unfortunately don't have the time because I'm dead. That's not the best spot for that cooler. Why is it there? He put it in enemy base. Come on, man. Now I gotta run into the enemy base. I'm gonna go. I want cooler. Cooler, no. Shouldn't have gone for cooler. That was a mistake. Seriously, why did he drop it there? That's like the worst spot. Well, now my last ditch effort is in full effect because we're down below the 30-point threshold on their side. So we're gonna have ink for days. I gotta keep that in mind. There we go. The bomb. I'll take care of the rest there. We're in control, so there's the turn. This guy is not going to get that... Well, okay, he's going to go far. I was going to say, he's not going to get that far. And I ran out of ink. And then the other foil flings that got me. And there goes my team. This one may not be a win. This one may be a loss. I can already feel it. Oh, dude, this guy threw the dang splatter color screen right on my body. I couldn't do anything about that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't do any damage. It's just kind of annoying. He hit me through the wall, man. Like, that's a little too effective. About ready to start gaining points here in a sec because they're so close to the penalty being gone. So now we're going to start seeing another thing of points on the other side, meaning that it's going to be even harder to get a lead. There I go, but that's fine because I had cooler set effects. I back in. Please hurry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. GG's. Yeah. Because we had the point for a second. I was hopeful, but nah. This was a rough one, man. We couldn't really stay in mid for too long. This was not the best setup. But to be fair, teams on this are going to be like 50-50 of how good we are. Because it's just rollers and brushes. One of the hardest weapon classes really to kind of like use at a higher level because of just how close ranged they are. So not many people play these. You see more people play shooters in comparison. That's like the most popular class still. But this should be around like an 18 something. Yeah, 1873. That's what I figured. Oh, we get ourselves an ability here. Run speed. That's very fitting after how this challenge went. But, yeah, no, you don't see as many people play rollers and brushes at high end because they are kind of hard to use. They have some more hard to use kits specifically because a lot of their synergy is hit or miss. It really just kind of depends. So, I think the challenge itself has some pretty good picks to it already. Like, let me go back in the challenge really quick just to showcase this. The ones we can use here in the challenge, like, Dynamo's your only cooler option here, so if you're a cooler player, it's really hard to get a use out of that. Same for Trizuka, and Trizuka in this is really not that useful because of just how fast-paced it is. You're going to shoot someone, they're going to be halfway across the map by the time you shoot. That's how fast it is. And same for Kraken. Kraken almost has no use here with how fast-paced things are. You're not going to be able to keep up. Big Bubble, people just run into your set bubbles, so these kind of weapons aren't the most helpful. Chumps, I don't really see many people use that here, but it can be good at least for painting the area. Killer Whale and also Inkstorm could be good in terms of coverage, but these weapons are kind of weak, so they're a little hard to use. Like, this one is just an interesting challenge when it comes to the raw difficulty, because these are some of the harder weapons to use in Splatoon in a lot of ways, but honestly, this is one of my favorite challenges we've done as of late, because of just how dumb this idea is. I love going in with these, like, stupid ideas. Specifically, like, with full stream ahead here, running as fast as we can. Swimming to win it, we're swimming around at ludicrous speeds. The high jump challenge, we're just jumping, like, a good 20 feet higher than normal. Like, these are some of my favorite challenges we've done in the game, because we're going in and modifying core elements of the physics. We're modifying, you know, the speed of how things are played, or the gravity physics, or anything like that is what I really love to play. These kind of challenges are what I'm happy with if we get these kind of set events more often. I would love to see this one come back. We usually see these challenges come back at the end of a season for, like, one last hurrah thing before the season ends for a couple days. This is one I would love to see return again in the future because I really liked full stream ahead. This one's a lot of fun, and hopefully you had a chance at home playing this one on your own time as well, as now with the challenges having more time slots available, starting with the chill season in 2023. It's at least a little bit easier now to play these challenges. Still not the easiest due to it being a one-day event, and then this challenge disappears for months. But hopefully you had a chance to play this one. But with that said, that's going to do it for the said video. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And as a reminder, I will be streaming this weekend here on YouTube, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, with the said Splatfest here. So, make sure you schedule that into your schedules if you want to watch it. I'll be putting the video live again later today if you're watching this here on YouTube now as the video goes live today. So if you're watching at the time of upload, you'll see that come into your sub box later today so you can get that said notification. But with that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.